Good afternoon. Well, the Australian share market was basically treading water for most of the morning, heading into the key leadership vote in Canberra at around lunchtime. Once it was made clear that Scott Morrison would be the next Prime Minister of Australia and Josh Frydenberg the next Deputy Leader, the market managed to lift a bit with the political certainty that came with that. That excitement certainly didn't last very long, though, and by the final hour of the session, the market started to fall away, wiping out most of those improvements. So by the end, it was an uninspiring finish. The ASX 200 up by just 3 points, and that's a lift of less than 1/10%. We closed below 62.50 as well, and it ended up being the worst weekly performance for our market in about 5 months. Also over the week, we had the government abandoning its plans to cut the company tax rate from 30 down to 25%, and the banks were certainly the main weight on our share market overall. We had some heavy losses today, but over the week we had the big four dropping by as much as 5 to around 6%. Today it was Westpac's turn, which dropped about 2.5%, and it came out with a quarterly update, which amongst other things basically showed that margins in the past 3 months have been worse than was expected by many. The telcos, by far the best this week, improving very strongly on some talk of potential mergers in that sector. It was mainly TPG and Vodafone Australia, which were at least showing signs that they'd be talking recently. Today, though, they came off the boil. Telstra, which does trade ex-dividend next week, was down today. Also, tech stocks were standouts this week, but some pressure today. WiseTech, for example, was down about 15%. Plenty in the way of profit results today and over the week. In fact, it was the last day of what was the busiest week of the year for annual profit results, but things started to calm down a bit. We heard from Medibank, which fell about 2.2%. The private health insurer, for the first time in a decade, had an improvement in its market share, but its profits actually fell backwards and fell short of the market's expectations. And Costa Group was another loser today. This is Australia's largest fruit and veggie grower. One of its worst days ever actually on the market after disappointing with its results. Some of the best performers after their profits today were Main Pharma, Brambles, Star Entertainment and Tassel Group. Tonight, you've got durable goods orders out of the US. Next week, as far as earnings go, you've got Caltex, Blackmores and Bellamy's, and the Aussie dollar's at 72.7 US.